Hi, this is John from Racimoto. Now we've got the only Ultra B in the country here, and we're giving it a test at the National Hard Enduro Titles. Wanted to go over a few things with this. So the good points are the ergonomics, the seating arrangement, the height are all good. It's more like a motorcycle rather than the Surron X. So handlebar height is perfect. All of the functions, the levers and brakes are really good. No issues there. The brakes work really well. They're, almost motorcycle grade brakes. A lot touchier than I would have thought. So one criticism I would have is it doesn't have enough regen braking. You do rely on the brakes a lot, and you tend to get more tired, especially in the arms after long riding. So I'd actually prefer to have more regen braking. That's my criticism. So let's talk about the performance. So this is supposed to have about 12 kilowatt. Now my Race X bike has 12 kilowatt. I would say this is probably almost as quick. It might just be the weight. At 85 kilo, it's a lot heavier than an X, so that might just be enough to take that little edge off it. Plus you're running bigger wheels. So performance wise, it's a lot better than an X, and it's up there with, almost up there with a souped up X, if that makes sense. Suspension wise though, much better. Although the downside is the wheels. So it comes with a 1919 standard tires. We tried riding them in these harder conditions, and they just don't cut it. So what we did quickly is we put on a 19-inch knobby rear. But the problem with the 19-inch rears is there's a limited choice, and there's nothing that's really good. No gummy tires or anything that's of real good enough for this sort of condition. So recommendation, 18 on the back, 21 on the front. That is going to change this bike. What's happening at the moment, the steering's a bit sharp and the front washes out, and if you go over certain logs, very big logs, it will start to buck and kick and drop. So those little things would change the dynamics of this bike. So definitely an 18, 21 inch setup would be a lot better. Chain is beefier, so that's great. Foot pegs, they're quite good. There's not much to upgrade on this bike. The ground clearance is not up to like a normal, Sherco KTM Beta. I was hitting a lot of logs on the belly, whereas I should have been clearing them. Not much we can do about that. What else? Yeah, I think everything else is quite good. So far we've only had a couple little things come loose. We haven't done a lot of suspension changes because we haven't had really much time. But overall I like it. I'm not as comfortable on this yet as my bike, but it has potential. With a bit of sorting out, the wheel changes, a few tweaks, that would be great. I did find on the hills the extra weight is a bit of a challenge. If you get out of step and you're trying to lift the bike up, yeah, you notice the extra 25 or 30 kilos. So anyway, but that's still a lot lighter than a gas bike. So all around, I think this is going to be a hot seller. We've had a lot of people ride it, including Australia's #1 hard enduro rider, and he said it's trying to be a real bike, but it's getting there. We're getting closer. So hats off to Surron, good job. But as we test it, we'll see what else comes up, see if there's any other problems. We did have a problem yesterday with one of the switches that did cut out, so just little things. We'll see how it endures. But we know the X survives a lot, so hopefully this is made just as well. So we'll keep in touch and we'll give you as much info as we can as we learn about this little bike, and hopefully we'll share some good footage out in the real world of hard enduro. We'll see if we can get around the track on this bike today.